Boldly go where no man has gone before. I had to do this live. I wanted to paint. Well, it didn't have to be live. And by creating, right, my circle, what is my circle? When does it become the inner circle? When does it become the inner circle? And I have to work with what they gave us. I mean, because the letter O can definitely fit around here. Now, you have a question. I have a question. My question is, if I put the O in the center, I have to be inside these cuts. By the way, this is 6 and 9. By the way, this is 6 and 9. Can you see it? When 6 is up, 1 is 9 down. I have to perfect this image. It's all 6 and 9 in rotation. So I'm going to complete the circle. When I complete the circle, okay, I seem to be inside the second circle, in which, just give me a minute. Wow, I don't have any small ones left. I only have big paintbrushes. No, not good. Not good. Oh, I got a small one, but I'll use a big one because I want to save at least one small paintbrush. That's the thing about recycling, you know. You don't want to run out of something. So is it easier to recycle with gas or to recycle with electricity? You know what I'm saying? But electricity makes you dependent. But I'm not talking about the Tesla cycle because we're locked out of our spirit connectors. So, I didn't want to do red, so that's going to screw everything up. And I didn't want to screw up my yellow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it a little bit different. And I'm going to see, you see, they all should have been the same circle. So since this one is the same, what I'm going to do is I'm going to outline this one. And it's good that it's a little bigger, so we might be able to see part of the outline, right? And one of the reasons I believe for curling it in is to show the eye, or the beginning point, before the opening storm. All the words that we use on this planet, right? And all the created geometric shapes come from and because of what I believe is the action, the tornado. How does the tornado begin to spin, and what does it look like at the points? There's the opening wide point at the top, and then it's spiraling down to the small point at the bottom. And I'm not going to start doing all this. I just make it short, show you the top opening and the bottom closing. So anyways, if I continue to create this, hold on, it's bending on me. If I continue to create this, I'm going to create 2 circles over each other, and there's going to be a point connected. But don't tell me about 80. And this is only 3. So what I do is I take one of these, and now I have to create another one. So didn't think of this before, and I don't know if I want to do it out of paper, and I don't think I have any cardboard, but I think I'm going to start buying cardboard. So I'm going to do this out of a piece of paper. So just give me a minute, although, okay, we're just one of us. Okay, we can't. Oh no, I pulled out the wrong page. Oh, look at that. I hate when things look like that. Oh my God, no, 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 no. And I have stuff to write from the other side. Very important. Went for dinner last night. And you know what? Sometimes you want to talk to show that you know something, express yourself. And then sometimes it's just, you can listen and pick up all kinds of new information. So let me get this, and I'm going to see, is it big enough to cut it out? No, it's not big enough to cut it out. Can you give me a minute? I'm going to put this up. I'm looking for something in the house big enough to cut this up. Oh my God, I found something, but I can't use it. I can't use a piece of art. 1 second, walking around. I found something else. It's not good. Hold on a second. Let me look. No. Oh, I do have something. In the other room. Just give me a second. I'm coming back. Oh, there's my standings. Oh, it's not here. Hold on. Hold it. I think it's here. We got to figure out where everything is. Oh no, where is it? My posters. This is making me very nervous. I can't find my posters. Just give me a minute. I'm coming back. Looking for my posters. Bothering me a lot. Bothering me a lot. I can't find my posters. Please wait for me. This is really, really annoying. This is annoying. My picture. My posters. Just give me a second. Okay, I'm quite sure my posters are here somewhere. I'm quite sure my posters are here somewhere. Are they on the wall? No. Are they behind here? No. Are they in here? No. I'm missing 7 posters. This is bothering me. I'm looking for my posters, so just give me a second because this is really, really bothering me. Not because it's the 100 hours of work, not because of anything, just because they're my posters and I can't duplicate them anywhere. Okay, I'm going to look for them a little bit later. I'm going to come back and show you what I'm talking about. Maybe I'll be able to get this done on paint. Can't believe I can't find my posters. Can't believe it. So what I'm going to show you right now, okay, is I'm going to take a picture of this. Oh, how can I take a picture? Can I take a picture of my camera right now? No, I can't. So what you do is you take 2 of these. Let's say you put one this way, and then you put the one the other way. So 3 and 3 come on top of each other. You connect 2 of these, one here and one here. 808, your bicycle cards. And you see the way the CC comes together, right? It's the CC comes together. There's an open space, and if you close it, it closes the space. Anyways, let's throw this out of the way. Although I wanted to complete the artwork, what will happen? What's going to happen on the bottom right now? What will happen here? Hold on a second. What's going to happen here? I mean, it's all wrong, but it's not wrong because I didn't make it the way I wanted to. Okay, so we have that, and I'm going to put it aside. And something I made a couple of years ago. You know, if you want to change the way the picture looks, just change this, put this in the back, put this one in the front, and keep snapping. You can have 1,000 designs. Hey, I didn't see it here before. How come? Oh my God, look how small. Where's the moon? I don't know. Oh, it's a full moon. Oh, it's a half moon. But what if we turn it on this angle? You're not going to see the same exact thing, right? Look at that white side you see. Right? Look at the white side you see. Okay, let's put that away. Still looking for the pictures. And I don't like the camera right now. I'm not set up properly. What I'd like to talk about is a couple of words. I'm going to write them down and I'm going to show you over here. In French, hold on, let me just fix this autofocus. You know what? You buy stuff online and, you know, your eyes see one thing. Let me keep it a little bright. Can I keep it bright? Oh, yeah, that's a little bit better. I don't know what you like. You know, but you want it clear. My hand shakes, and this camera really shakes with my hand. It doesn't give me any liberty at all. So I like my other camera better. Anti-flicker, let's see what happens at 50. At 60. Okay, so what we have here is last night it was 9:45. Okay, let me see if I can find that. It was 9:45. 9 Okay, that's 9. 9. 9 is a value of 42. 5 plays a great role inside a 9. Look at your dice cube. Okay, look at your dice cube. In fact, 9 plays a role with every number in the cube, but 9 plays a huge role, okay, in the cube as 6 and 3 and 4 and 5. The other way it plays a role in 9 is when it's always the 1 dot and the 8 void. Okay, 1 dot and 8 void is your 9. You have the 2 dot and the 7 void. Now, I'm not going to go to 3 because now the 3, 6, 4, 5 all play on the cube. These are not on the cube. The in-between or next neighbors to this number of 27 and 18 is 17 and 19, or 26 and 28. I'm not going to go into too many stories about this or any stories at all. I just want to get back to 9:45. So everything that happens at 9:45. It is also known as 10 moins quart. Quart meaning the body, can also mean quart. So now we have to understand what quart is and add on letters that can say quarts and how the quartz time works. 9:45 means there is 1/4 or 15 minutes before the hour. 1/4 equaling to the sun, 1/4 equaling to DNA. The total of DNA is 19, and that is the spirit, church. Why church? Because on this side it's 61. On this side it's what? It's 91. And the thing about church in 61 and 91 is, as like 5, let's say, is the front, and then there's 2 is the back. When you look at something on this side of the paper, right? Let me mark something. Let me mark something. Let's mark like this. I marked it right there, and everybody's going to look at it. What do you see? Number 5, right? Is that correct? And you turn it around, and what do you see on this side? What do you see on this side? You see this side, you see the 2. So that's the difference on this side. 9:45, 45 equaling to 3/4 of an hour. 3/4 is DC. 1/4 is AD. The actual time of where we can cut time, okay, cut time actually perfectly at 666 is when we have 20. I don't know if it's 666, 20. And the reason for that is 2/3, okay, equals to 40, and 1/3, okay, equals to 20. This is your 420. This is your beta creation and your alter creation, AC and BC. When you add them up, it creates a whole, and it runs by 20 minutes. And in between the 20 minutes, we can run by the rules of sports. And hockey runs 3 20-minute periods and 2 15-minute periods in between. And I'm a little thirsty, so I'm going to get something to drink, maybe a fruit drink. Maybe Serge knows. Okay. Maybe I'll get a quencher out of the apple juice. I don't know. Poseidon, you know? Poison, Poseidon, like the Poseidon Adventure. Pois, like a fish. Poisson. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to get back and we're going to keep going over. We're going to keep going over 9:45 because that's the hour it happened last night. I'm just trying to see where I am. So here we are with time. Here we are with 20 minutes. We can also use 5 minutes in time as we can use, because over here we use the 5. So in the 40, that's 2/3, right? And then we have 2/3 and 1/4. So we have 2/3 equaling to 40 and 1/4. No, and 1/4 of 40. Okay. How can we do this next? I wish I had a different color pen. One quarter of 40 slash 1/12 of the hour is 5 times 12 equals to 60. Now, when we go 1/12 of the hour, we're going to revert back to a connection to this. And the reason for that is because 1 and 2 equals to 3. We have 1/3 of the hour again. So it's expressing something in here. I don't know clearly what it is at all. I can't know unless I can put it to another equation. Okay, then it'll be an equation of reference to this. Everything is of reference to this, right? What is right and wrong? What is right and wrong? What is somebody's truth? The actual truth? As you see it happens. As you see it happens, was it created? Because I saw it on TV. I heard about CGI. I heard about manipulation. I heard about the vacuum salesperson. What kind of diploma do you have? I got a diploma to sell door to door. Ooh, you must be good. I'm a door-to-door salesman. I'm the kind of guy that'll make you buy and believe anything at all. So much that I can make you believe, I can make somebody believe, and they can tell somebody else and make them believe because they believe so dearly and deeply inside of what I say, because I say the truth, and everything I say is exactly the truth and nothing but the truth. Why would I lie to you? In fact, if there's something you find out that you see that I said that may not particularly be the truth, or because I don't have fully the knowledge of it, why don't you send me an email or a text and tell me about it? And I'll pay you for it. I'll pay you to tell me all my errors so I can make my sales pitch perfect. Now that I know all the corners, because we're sharing. So let's get back into some words. We're going to jump over some stuff, and we're going to go back into other things. Inside this word of beef, in French, it is bœuf. Inside the word bœuf is œuf, and it says egg. The egg is planted in the beef. Viande, what is it? This is also meat, and it also says inside your viande is your DNA, your D, your N, and your A. Now, what's left over? VIEDNA. Hold on a second. I'm going to see if I can get online here. Google Translate VIEDNA in French. Google Translate. Viedma translation to English. Viedma. Okay. The infirmary of a prison is too small to hold and send them to St. Joseph's. Viedma. Viedma. Okay, so this is not what I wanted, but it's just funny that I did get something else. We're going to use Google Translate. Hold on a second. We're going to use Google Translate. It's going to be a French, and it's going to be wait, can you get that on the thing? Yeah, VIEDNA. And let's see what we get. Let's see what we get. What do we get here? What do we get here? We get life DNA. And where does the word come from? Viande. And if I put the word viande on here, whoop. I put the word viande on here, and we get meat. And if we get meat, okay, we get eat. So now we get meat. Okay, now we get meat slash eat. And if we get eat, we have then eaten. And now we have eaten, we have I ate, I ate, I ate, slash 98. I have eaten a high. I have eaten a high Q. 9 times 8, 72. 9 plus 8, 17. I have eaten a high Q of the red sun. Win a big red sun. This is the creation and part of pi and part of the cycle. Part of, whoa, everything disappeared on my screen. Oh, this is very scary. All my screens disappeared. Are we still on? Am I still on? Wow, that was very funny. All my screen went blank. Everything went down to the bottom. Holy moly. Wow. Crazy stuff going on here. So, so what happens is meat is eat is ate. Now, is it real? Is it not real? Well, this is what happens. This is what happens. This is what the word biff is telling me through the string line of connections. And it's also at the same time, everything is being filtered. And it's also being filtered, okay, as a team. Because meat backwards is team. And it could be also tiama, to love. It also is, I don't know what to do with this. It's a mot. When E and A comes together, I love the new direction. And I'm using this, the new direction, because the T as the first letter in gematria becomes the 7th letter. So I'm just thinking, right? Like tee off it, tee off, filter it, and that's in the morning or after 12. Just because the AM says after 12. The T is the top of the pyramid. So if I'm the top of the pyramid, although you see, right, if I'm the top of the pyramid, now my big question is, am I on top of the roof? Am I on top of the roof? There's the T, right? Is that the T? How would I show the roof going down the other way? When I show it this way? Bigger on one side, smaller on the other. Can I have gone? You see, if I went here, right, I have to do it this way because you see the block? It's a whole block in between. Here, I'm not chopping a block. Let's see if I can get that better. You see, you have all 3 squares, but here I cannot do it because I would be chopping these blocks here. Although I wouldn't chop the blocks here. I'd end up with sort of this design right now. And I can split them up here. And what would I do here? Would I split it up here? Because that's what the angle of the T is. So this is just a basic letter, but it seems to give us a perfect art proportion. So this is what my T begins to look like. Skull bones means one part of an image that can help you possibly create another part of more images. And I'm seeing this way. What if I would have put the T upside down? I'm not sure what it would be. I'm just thinking. I'm thinking. Anyways, what else can I do? Anyways, that's the T. Boldly go where no man has gone before. So let's continue on talking about what I started here for the person. Oh, the writing of Zion. How you doing, man? It's been a long time. 11:11, 23:23 is that 11. 23 is that 11, and it can be created on the star system math with these numbers.
58 slash 35. We can do them both ways. I can do them both ways. And the reason for both ways is because 58 creates 35 and 35 will create 23. Creating 27, 36 slash 27. 36 will create 27. 3 times 6, 18 and 9. Here it's 40 and 13. At the same time, this also creates as well, okay, 27, but it creates it on the negative side, which is 40 minus 13 equals 27. By the way, Mr. Mike, does my voice still aggravate you? I don't want to use the word aggravate, but you used to say I got this funny voice. Is that true? Was that a long time ago? Do I have a good memory? I only said it for memory. You know, I've got to put the 8 candles on the menorah. So this is this part over here. We're going to go back to, we were talking about the 20 minutes of time. So now we can talk about, if we're talking about 20 minutes of time, and I hate running out of paper. I wish my paper was bigger because I'm just trying to figure out where that 20 minutes is leading to. It's 15 minutes and 5 minutes, or it's 4 times 5 minutes to create 20. 1 second. 4 times 5 equals to 20. Just thinking, 4 times 5 equals to 20. 9 times 5 equals to 45. 12 times 5 equals to 60. 1 and 2 equals to 3 times 5 equals to 15. So this is 1/4 hour of 1 whole of 1/3 of 3/4. So these are part of the equations that go along with time for our obligations. I'm thinking time. Where else did I have that? See, the reverse of moon 57 is DC 3/4 of time. This is 3/4 of the 19 spirit, which is created by man, the cycle. The cycle is man. See, there's so many things you see inside the Jesus. 7 times 4 equaling to 28. 7 minus 4, 7 plus 4 equals 11. 11 equals to 11 minus 28 equals to 17. This here, okay, the Jesus cycle is female. How did I create the 13 before? This one is male. The 5 by 12 creating the hour is male. So the hour is male, running the cycle of the moon. And the reason for that, I'm going to explain to you, hold on a second, did I make a mistake? Yes. Okay, here, I'm just going to explain to you. Because it comes in and 12 times 5 equals to the 60 minutes. 12 equals to 1 plus 2 equals 3. That is male. So the creation of the 5-minute time is male. Does it turn into female? Well, we end up with 3 of 3 parts equaling to a whole. 2 parts and 3 parts and 1 part and 3 parts. So it's showing me, okay, female, male to create 2/3. We add the 1 other third, okay, it becomes what? It becomes 1 whole. So 1 whole is 1. So is that male or female? Well, this dot only lives in the male part over here. So when do we see female? Is 23 the female part? Well, when you do the calculation, it ends up to be female because 2 times 3, 2 plus 3, 6 and 5, 11, and that becomes female. This 1 becomes male, the 2 becomes female, you put them together. So here comes the cycle of the moon, and Jesus becomes the female because it recreates at the end 17. 17Q, let's say Q for queen. I could be wrong, and there's not enough paper, and I get a little mixed up when everything's close, so that might mean I don't know my work that well. We did 45 minutes. 4 times 5 equals 20. That is birth. 4 times 5 equals 20. 4 plus 5 equals 9. And that is 29. And 20 minus 9 equals 11. So that becomes creation. That becomes creation as this becomes 11 creation. As this becomes 11 creation. This is where Mars BC comes in. I wasn't sure where we're going to go with this next. There's just so many things. How to create numbers. Where did I just create? Yes, right over here. Created this, created this. This creates the blue planet, electric company, silver matrix. Another thing I wanted to mention, I didn't mention before, 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, 0, 4. I'm going to stop because the rest are going to create the totality. 4, 3, 2 equals 9. 4, 3, 1 equals 8. 4, 3 equals 7. 4, 2, 1 equals 7. 4, 2 equals 6. 4, 1 equals 5. 3, 2 equals 5. Do you notice we have 2 times 5 over here? Right? 1, 3 equals 4. So here's all your combinations, all creating everything up to the end. Then when we bring our first with our last, or our first with our last combination, because nothing is alone, you would end up going 9, okay, and 1 equals to 10. Here you'd be going 8 and 2 equals to 10. And here you will be going 7 and 1 equals to 8. 7 and 2 equals to 9. 7, 1, and 2 equals to 10. These are the combinations. This is what happens, and this is all we need. And it's explained to us that in creation of numbers, we have first, we have second, we have third. Now, in third, you begin with the TH, but in fourth, you end up with the TH. So you have IRD, FOR. Forward. How about forward? I'm just looking at something. The R repeats, so you have FOID. Oh, you have FROID, and this is cold in English. And 3 and 4 become DC. Encompassing 4 DC, okay, is the single square. And in order to create the 3, you create the 3 here. So you have 3 and 1 equals to D, and then over here you have 3 over here. So I took 3 blocks, 1 block, and 3 blocks, and created CAC, the CAC, and at the same time you created CDC and DCDC and DCD. 3 and 1, 4. 3 and 1, 4. 3, 3, 3, 1, 3. And all you're left over is 2 corners over here. And those corners over here are very simplified by showing you this dice cube, the singles, the 3 singles and the 3 empty, the 3 empty and the 3 empty. And you can only do it either this way or that way. And if you look at it on a bigger picture, these are hearts. These 2 are both hearts. Separation, the tie right over here, this tie. This tie over here, and then this tie over here. And that is your complete. Do you see it? You see it? Did I do that right? Let me see if I did that right. I'm looking. Okay. Okay, yes, I did it right. But when you do it standing up straight, it looks like this. When you do it sitting down, hold on a second. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to go by 4s. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to go 1, 2, no, I had to start here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I just made it on a bigger scale, this one over here. Let me fix it up. 1 sec. So I fix it up, take out this, and we're going to create this part over here, right? We just took this and we close it up here, and now we're going to close it up over here. So now we have that complete design. Now we run it, and then we have this side showing us one side. And you notice the way this is what, when I put this line in here, it sort of looks like the missing the point of the pyramid. And now it's got the two smaller pyramids on the side, or the two smaller heads on the side. This one is above ground. These two are lower, like in the Olympics, first, second, and third. I don't know if I can show the height of this, but it looks like the elephant's footstool. So if it's an elephant footstool, you have to think of the microprocessor. And the reason for that is everybody says that elephants, small brain, but very intelligent. Microprocessor. All you got to do is process and act. Imagine you don't need to remember anything. You process and you act. You process and you act. I just go online and I say, hey, what's the meaning of this? And the computer comes up and gives me the answers. What if we were unlocked? What if we were unlocked and we can go? If you can do something major in life using common sense, the basics that come with your computer is to be able to read the situation. The basics of everything. Common sense. Imagine if we just had that. You're in a situation, you have to know how to think. You start to think and boom, you know right away, microprocessor. Is that the way? If I understood all the computer parts, I would understand a little bit more of how everything is going. You ever see the cycle of the moon, how it works? I was talking about that in what I'm going over here, and it's all about time. And I'm also talking about, I'm also talking about beef. Beef in French is bœuf. The other part says egg. When you say viande, viande means meat. It also says 66, the passage of your DNA into the house planet. Why the house planet? And I'll repeat this, and I always repeat, because DE, okay, is 5-4. In English, it's OF. O is the 15th letter. F is the 6th letter, 21, referring to the cube. Inside of here is the DNA. When you say DNA over here, did I write that down? DNA V. In French, V means life. Life DNA. And if you look it up, it says it on Google Maps. Look it up. You'll see. I tried to stay away from guessing on this, other than guessing my work. I can pick up these equations that actually exist. The other thing I wanted to talk about this, and we did the meat part. Man, I'm very unhappy that my pages are all coming apart here. Just give me a second. I want to make some, I don't know what I want to do, but it's coming apart and it's bothering me. They should leave a hole in the bottom of this. You know, so I can stick my finger in, and or in here at least, so I can stop it from turning, because I can't get my tape, you know. I think I'll call it, I'll call them up. You know, before you get a product that's been tested somewhere else, you know that? Where are most products tested? Who gets the first, of all the products that come out, who gets the best in the first product? Anyways, I'm doing something I've never done before, so let's see if it works. Okay. To boldly go where no man has gone before. To boldly go where no man has gone before. Did you know that
all the astronauts that ever went to the moon. And why the moon? Is because if you can prove the moon is real, you can prove you can leave the planet. If you can believe you leave the planet, you can believe there's aliens and Martians outside somewhere in the galaxy. If you believe in meteors and stars, if you believe in I can move it because there's no gravity, then you can actually do anything with a large stone above in the dome. So the other thing is, if there is an outside to this planet, or there's not an outside to this planet, my big question is, if there is no moon and there is no outside to the planet, or maybe there is an outside, but we can't go there. Because if there's no gravity, and you know, when you think about that, no gravity, and then you think about the sun, if there's no gravity, how does the light, how does the earth as a ground pull the energy from the sun into the earth? It's got to be grounded, right? How do you pull energy? I don't have the answers, but if I can ask those questions, I can understand. I don't want some scientific guy telling me, well, that's not possible. I wanted to explain to me what the possibilities are and to show me why he thinks it's not possible. Because what one might think is not possible isn't relativity impossible. So we spoke about time, how to, okay, and 1/4 of time, and this is ironic, that in 1/4 of time, okay, 1/4, and it can be anything, but I just want to use 1/4, right? 1/4 of time is 15 minutes, is 1/4 of an hour. But 1/4 of a day, okay, is 6 hours. And that 6 hours equals 360 minutes. 360 is one revolution. Now, if you think I'm going all over the place, I am. I am. Because when you put the next piece of the puzzle in, you don't know what that piece is. But when the piece fits as you go along with the story, it is what it is. Star Trek. Boldly go where no man has gone before. 1G. B minus 4. 130 LDL 323 3237. I'm just trying to figure out 7 come 11 when you add that y. I'm just thinking go equals to 22, and that is life. There was a reverse to go, and it was stop. 39 and 31 equals to 70 and 08. I minus this, and I added it. So they say this is the gateway in the spirit of 76 to the heavens. And because this is 76, it'll create a 13, which will create /4, 48. And this will be the son of Pluto. Now, what I want to do with Pluto, okay, is we hear a lot of stories. We hear Greek this, and we hear how this was created. So a lot of things for me is Roman and Greek. Roman, Greek, the Mayans further back. There's also I have to, you know, just these are the two main things that the Greek and the Romans during the Roman times and Jesus, Roman numerals, and then all the Greek gods, 26 and 19 equals to 45. Spelling God without the D. You know, sometimes they say, oh, don't use the O inside the inside the writings of God. And when you take out the O, instead of the value being 26, the value becomes GD 11, adding the S plus 19 equals to 30. That will create the equation of creation from Mars and creation. I'm going to show you this in a second. What it does mathematically is 6 times 5 equals 30. 6 plus 5, 11. 11 minus 30, 19. 11 plus 30, 41. 11 and 19. 11 and 19 to create the equation backwards. 30, 11, 19. The 41 is your DNA. You have Roman, which can also be Goldman, or 33 and 28 equaling to the church, equaling to the spirit. Here you have 25, 35. Here you have 46. 46 is a part representative of 73, or 37 as 64. Where am I going to find this? Where can I remember? I have to remember. 73 over 73 equals 56. So we got that over here. How did 73 turn into 46? I did it in a prior video. But everybody watching the videos, I got to think about it. Just give me a second. I know we create it by doubling 23. How can I get 64 from 37? Because the rotation of these numbers, okay, the rotation of the numbers are like this. So it's in the same groupment. How did I create 64? We know what 88 does. It equals to 64 and 16 equaling to 80. So there's a reduction of 8. And anytime you multiply, okay, anytime you multiply your 8s, right, you'll reduce 1 per multiplication. But in order to multiply, you need 2. You need 2 realities to multiply. So multiplying yourself gives you this number. Remember, you can multiply in odd numbers. You can multiply in even numbers. Now, even to which house? Because if you say, I'm going to multiply 17 odd, okay, in the house of the addition, this will become 8 even. But if it's the house in the multiplication, this will remain odd in its own. So if I go 4 times this and then 4 plus this, what will my equation look like? I should have 4 difference in the multiplication. 8 times 4 equals to 32, right? 32 plus 12 equals to 44. So what did I have over here? I had 8 and 4, so I had 48, and there were multiplies of 4 times. Minus 4 equals 44. Let me get another one. Let's do 7. Let's see if it works with 7 and 4. 7 times 4. Oh, but by the way, 7 is a reduction of 2. So this should show up 8 less equals to 28. 4 plus 7 equals to 11. Let me see if I got this run right. 44, 48 minus 4. So equals to 11. The total is 39. Well, the total started with 47. That was multiplied by 4. The reduction is 2. Like Levette says, retrograde, meaning moving backwards. So how many are you moving backwards? You're moving backwards 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because the answer is right over here. 47 minus 8 equals 39. You want to go with another number? What number you want to go with? You want to go with 5? 6. Let's go with 6. 6 times 3.
or you want to use the same number, you want to go with 4. Let's keep going with 4. Let's not go all over the place. Then you'll think it's a trickery, right? So let's always use 4. Okay, now the reduction of 6 is always 3. So 4 by 3 is 12, so the difference will be 12. So 6 by 4 equals 24. 6 plus 4 equals 10. The total is 34. 24 and 10, the total is 34. If it was minus 10, it would equal to 14. So my 46 minus 12 equals to 34. And it'll work with anything. And the reason for that is because I didn't create this mathematical equation. I'm going to show you where the mathematical equation was already created for me right over here. Right here. Here's the equation right over here. Doesn't matter what I roll. See this 4? Okay, there's 5 empty spaces. See this 1? There's 8 empty spaces. These are my equations right on here, right on this cube. Okay, I see some writing. 23, 44, 67, 13. Okay, whoa, I'm getting lost here. Hold on. I wish I had my stand. I need my stand. I'm just going to, hold on a second. Let me put this here and look at the equations. Hold on a second. 70 and 73 is 56. 23 and 23 is 46. DNA is 19, and it's created from 13 in mathematics. And I like to do all the mathematics to see all the possibilities and understand their reality. Because I believe in, like you have to believe that when you're creating, if I create everything, if I show you all my creation, just like I'm on first base, how did I get there? So the baseball equation comes into the fact that there's 4 balls, reverse 3. Oh my God, oh my God, look at that. Either it's 3 strikes or 4 balls. There's nothing else. So before the reaction count happens, this is what it is. Let me see if I can find that. 1 second. Let me get another cube. Let me get another cube. Okay, we got some cubes. So let's look at it this way. The 4 balls and 3 strikes that are opposite of each other, right? On a pitch count of 3 strikes and 2 balls. So we got 3 strikes and 4 balls. Okay, the action pitch is on a full count. I don't know if you want to count Moon Dracula, because on a full moon count Dracula, he's not coming out. Is that right? So the blood is not being sucked from the neck. I'm going to suck your blood, right? We've been taught everything. The word of God, the creator, the almost powerful, has created everything. Everything. And if you want to see what a T or an I might look like, right here at the edge of my paper. Right? Remember, when we see letters, and when you see this, right, it might mean that the top is over here and the bottom is all the way down here. But what's in between? There's all kinds of actioning. These are the skull bone times, my friend. This is where we all have to learn from the skull bones. This is the strongest thing in the world. Without a skull bone, there ain't nothing. Because this is all the basic art. This is the skull bone art. And through the skull bone art, you can recreate everything because it's showing you reference to. Skull bone art is reference to what is missing. So 4 balls, 3 strike. Whoop, I moved that all off. Here comes the action pitch. And you know what's funny about this in the action pitch is that 3 remains the same. Okay. Right now, this is the equation. But if you notice that 4 has a mirror of itself. This is the totality. This is the mirror of itself. But before the 4 can happen in the 4 balls, it has to look like this before this can happen. So everything in here will be switched around. Do you follow what I'm saying? Do you understand? Bases loaded. Who's
Who's up at the plate? Bases are loaded. What inning are we in? It's the it's the bottom of the ninth. Bases loaded. 2 men out. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Pete Rose is at first base. Who is at bats? Cincinnati Reds. Cincinnati Reds. Who's on first? Home run, bases loaded, home run. H&R, the hour of time. Winning the Universal Series. I win all the games because my games are stagnant. I make them move from here. I show them to you, and the action is right over here. This is the action. This is all in slow motion. Life is all slow motion. That's why the change happening right now is happening so slow. It's slow the way you see it. I'm trying to figure out how we can warp speed everything. Anyways, I don't want to get into that. I just want to show you that 4 and 3, the action pitch happens in 5, 5 and 7. What's missing from 5 and 7? Route 66 is missing. Are they rerouting again? Now you have a router, 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 a router. Here in Quebec, we got a router. And you're on the go? No, we got le go. Le go on the go. So this is Quebec. Everything is stemming from me. It's poetry in motion. It's power up, power up, powering up, and powering down to repower up again. Because every time you reconnect something, you must shut down the power. So if the power is shutting down often in your area, they are reconnecting. They are doing the service. Service of what? Servicing what? Servicing what they want to do, what they need to do, what they're obligated to do. Someone asks them to do, they are paid to do. But are they doing it for you? When something gets done on this planet, if the majority of those capable of actual relative thinking, they should have the chance of voting and making a choice. But if you do not have the capabilities of relative thinking, you should not be able to make the choice, because your choice will not be the choice in favor of anything other than your bewildered mind that can't put 2 and 2 together. So you rather say, leave me out of this. Let the ones who know make the choice. So in all elections, only those who understand can make a choice. The thing is, I heard from somebody the other day, the world is overpopulated because of the way they have the vision on it. Will this world ever get overpopulated, and why, and how can we stop it? By education and understanding and remembering that when 2 adults get married and have 1 child, we will be reducing creation. When 2 adults get married and have 2 children, we will be standing for the equilibrium of creation. When 2 adults get married and they have 3 children, we will be adding to creation. If you have 4 children, you will be doubling creation. Right now, we are at a point to birth and to death. We are at 2 and 4, birth and death. 2 and 4. 4 balls, take your base. Who's on first? Well, right now, who is on first? Or actually, who is pitching? Because tomorrow is on the pitcher's mound. So who is on first? Sending the information to the catcher tomorrow. 4 balls and 3 strikes. So you already know that the action in 6th pitch, 6 will actually be you're out. Or 6 will actually be you're on base. You're on base as 4-2, or you're out as 3 and 3. Commend and create the creation of the Christ, the Mass. Route 66. So are you out on a multiplication, or are you out on an addition? 1 plus 2 plus 3 equals to 6. 1 times 2 times 3 equals to 6. Which one were you? Were you minus 6? Were you multiplying equaling to 6, ABC? Or were you adding equaling to 6. ABC. Are you square? Are you wearing the diamond necklace? Because it is the diamond that counts all three scenarios, A plus B plus C. But it is the square, a single square, which we need to connect two hearts in order to create a vitality of the single square situation. And here's basically what it is. And everything I do comes out of truth. And it's the truth of what can be done in art. Art is telling the truth. Here is a single square, and here is 4 squares. So this single square fits into these 4 squares. But in these 4 squares, okay, I can create this and this because I draw online. But what about this? Minimum size, minimum size. Right? Here, we can create that. Here, we create that. So this is 1 plus 2 plus 3 equaling to 6. This is 1 times 2 times 3 equaling to 6. So was he out, okay, on a 3 and 3, on a 3-2 pitch? Now, when it's a 3-2 pitch, I want to know if this is the pitch. 1 2 1 square, 2 squares. Here's the third square, and here. So this is the pitch right here. That's the pitch. 2 by 3. 2 areas by 3 pieces. 3 by 2. And if it was a 3 by 3 and he's out, he would be 3 by 3. And if it was 4 and 2, okay, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4 by 2. Here would be the pitch. So it would either be a 3 and 2 pitch. I mean, a 3 and 2 pitch. And the result is either 4 balls, 2 strikes, or 3 strikes and 3 balls. And this would be my basic equation. I can probably create the flag or the card. And here I'm going to create the square, which when it's skull boned will actually be designed like that. Inside of the 3, you cannot add the diamond. 2 versus 3. When it's like this, I cannot create a diamond unless I create a singular diamond before 4 areas. But inside of the square, 2 by 2, I can create that actuality. And in the 3 by 3, let me show you this. In the 3 by 3, when I create this, I create a direct free space inside of 5. It's an automatic extra dot in between these 4 corners. Nothing exists until this X is created. 5 does not exist because you don't have that. And now you've split up all these squares. I'm not really sure where I'm going further with this. So this is baseball. We also want to call the 7th inning stretch. 6.5 played. We already know that a cube cannot have any more than 7 areas covered. 6 and 1 area. 6 and 1 area because of the, if I drill a hole right through this, in fact, I think Monday I'm going to go drill some holes in my dice and we'll see what we come up with. So this is the one, I drill it in here, comes out the other side. You will always have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So this is what these 2 would look like, right? Unless I just added on like that. I made it look like that. So you'd have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You'd have the 1 in the center. Then you'd go over here and over here, and you'd use, sorry, made a mistake. We'd have to use this one over here. Hold on a second. Made a whole big error here. Let me reconnect this. I lost my train of thought. It's early in the morning and I'm running out of steam. Running out of steam. The stream is coming down. I can no longer see the vision. I'm going to go 1, skip 2 here, skip 2 here, 3. Then I'm going to go down here. Is this right? No, I'd have to go here. You have to follow the rules. The rules are right here on the paper. 1, 2 here, 1, 2 here. 1,
1, 2 here, 1. Okay, so here's all 9. So my first equation is going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So here's the first 6. The second 6, should I connect it to the first 6 or no? No, I don't want to. 1, 2, 3. No, that's not good. I'm making a lot of mistakes here. I'm tuckered out. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I got it. I got it. There it is. Those are the 2 of them. These are the 2 ways. This one will create my I. This one will create my H. This is just the beginning because they, as well, this one will become my Z. This one will become my N. So it becomes HN. And isn't there like this code that's out there, HRN or something? Well, it comes out of these basic letters. And there's an obligation, I believe, according to the work I've been doing, where we have to revert to certain areas in order to put out vibrant realities of where we're going to say, oh, look what's coming, it's and then we need to use that. Anyways, let's leave that out. There was something else I wanted to mention. It had to do with the 3 and 2 pitch, or it had to do with these. Okay, yes, I remember. Well, one of the equations, where it became the 4 and 3 possibilities in baseball with the 3 and 2 count. What we need to do is the reverse of the 4 balls and 3 strikes is 4 balls and 3 strikes. The reverse of 3 balls and 2 strikes is 5 and 4. 2 and 3, look at that. When you have 2 and 3, you have 2 and 3 again. But I can switch that around, right? I can go 2 and 4. 4 balls, 2 strike, 2, 3 count, 4 balls, 2 strike. 2 and 3 count, we have 6 and 2. 6 total pitches will count. So I'm just of 6 total pitches for the action of 2 possibilities. Let's see if that's possible. And then we're back to 3 and 2 again. Well, I'm just trying to understand, because what happens, what you can do is you can keep turning these all around, right? But the big thing is at the end, you're always going to end up with 5 and 4. And that's birth in the sun. So no matter what, okay, with this 3 and 2 count, you end up with birth in the sun. And no matter what, with 4 and 3, you still end up with DC, which is 7 times 7 times 7 equaling to 343. 7 plus 7 plus 7 equals to 21. 364. 13 times 28 cycle of the moon. The other equation that I was working on earlier that I think we stopped working on was the 8 equation. And because the 8 equation gives me my highway 80. This is where the house planet comes in from Route 66. From Route 66, the division of 5 and 7. The division of 5 and 7 talks about the moon. Division of 5 and 7 talks about, okay, let me see. Nothing is junk. That's good. Junk. Junk in the trunk. Junk in the trunk. So now we can go elephant. We can also go, the junk in the trunk is actually used to procreate. Bottom of infinity. Hallelujah. The tortoise. Yes. Why the tortoise always wins the race? In fact, Mr. Tackpans, the cat and the tortoise, is part of my name, although backwards it says Snapchat. The tortoise was a turtle. I always used to think when I go in the lake, the turtle's going to bite me. I saw it once and it stood in my head forever. Latros, boss, love you. Can't wait to show you the throne, Knights of Pythias, Oracle of Delphi, Churches of Philadelphia, and Home Run, Pennsylvania. Philadelphia, pedophilia, Philadelphia freedom, Delphia. Yes, there's a whole big thing on everything to do around New York. There's a whole story going on. 2 and 4, birth and death. The suspense, killing me. It's killing me too, the suspense. I've been working on this 15 years and it's still just coming in. Anyways, I want to thank you for being here. There are shapes and different shapes, and we don't draw all the shapes, because if you draw all the shapes, you get one big shape. You can draw the picture of the water in the ocean, but either you're in the ocean or you're on top of the ocean. I think I'm going to go outside. I really like that you were here. I'm not really sure. There's so much information out there. I had a great conversation last night. And last night I found out I've never listened or was so attentive to others speaking. In fact, I was always attentive to others speaking, but I've never been attentive to others speaking to where the other person speaking is actually with me speaking to someone else, and I'm listening and saying, you know what, I got to listen and not interject my thoughts, other than to stay silent and listen to better understand. Oh my God, it's very funny. The writing on the right hand side is making a design. One side is 2, the other side is 5. When it comes to 2 and 5, it's the back side and the front side. When it comes to 6 and 9, it is a reverse, upside down. Where no man has gone before. I want to finish that off. I just started it. The rec, or the rec hall. The rec hall is a place of play. The rats. Mars. I don't know. Yes, rats and Saturn. Sorry, Saturn, not Mars. It's Saturn, rats. The sky, the rec hall, where no man has gone before. Where no man has gone before. See, they told you, in order to pass the matrix, they have to tell you where no man has gone before. So I need to understand what words were said when they went to the moon, because we have to trick not just the sheep. We have to trick the vibrant matrix, because when it comes in, they need a processor. If you interfere with that processor, the system can shut down. But if you add to the processor on a level where you're not taking away, but adding more information, you can alter the more information of being a false information, because where no man has gone before, no man has ever went. Where oldly or oddly, if we go, we can stop. Stop equaling to the gateway of the heavens, 78 and 62, 86, the house planet, where it was rerouted from Route 66, the house planet. Do you follow where I'm going with this? We have to just keep repeating where no man has gone before. Read the words. Look for altered words. Oddly, odd, gone, gone has went. Where no man has gone will go before, will go again. Apparently, a lot of others have gone to the moon, yet you rarely hear of many other than the machine that went to the moon, and Sputnik. Sputnik is a potato. Potatoes where they grow. Sputnik. So we have to understand things with Sputnik and the names of certain words. Sputnik. What was the name of? Let me look this up before I let this go. We got to end this video. It's pretty long. What were the mission names that went to the moon? One was Sputnik. What was the Chinese? It's Sputnik with the space race, spacecraft, Pioneer, Luna, Pioneer, and the Pioneer Times. The carrier rocket was Thor. The operator was USAF, OKB, and NASA. The Star Spaceship Race, Academy, China, Russia, the Apollo missions. Apollo meaning to oppose. The Cold War,
equaling to the blue raw oysters. Oyster meaning yo, Y-O, equaling to Mars and Earth. And the gateway of 7-Eleven, probably something to do with the red sun, because the letters O and Y are used in the game of the seventh gate, which is called craps. And so that's why when I look at Apollo as an Apollo moon mission, in the word mission, you can use the N for saying Zion. You can use the center as being S and S or 55 as being, okay, me meaning halfway. So they went to the moon halfway. What does the moon mean to you? The moon is half. In mission, it says miss. I missed getting on the moon. Mish on. I was missing. I didn't go. Never went. Mission. Moon. Moon Monday, same name. It's funny the way they got Apollo, 2 O's, as to moon, 2 O's, and inside Apollo, the OLLO is Lolo app, a Lolo app. What is a Lolo app? And it's funny that it's a Lolo app because I'm in my friend's car the other day, and on the dash of the computer said Lolo, and could never understand it. Even when I got home, I'm thinking low. Does that have to do with the temperature being on low? I didn't know, but I didn't really care. But because L and O are reverse letters of each other, I'm going to throw them out, right? In moon, we have 27 and 30. In Apollo app. Is an Apollo app? When you say app, the letter P is PE. So you would say ape olo or solo. So I'm just thinking, polo. What is polo? Polo's got 2 ends of the stick that you can hit, but you only hit with one side. Cold War. Cold War. When you flip cold upside down, it becomes raw. And raw blue, and they have blue oysters, and oysters have pearls. Some of them pearl. So I'm just trying to put things together. Oi in oysters, and there's a hormone situation with this inside of oysters. So if you go to the moon, you got a problem with the hormone. The hormones apparently are partly connected to the moons, especially for the female, when they disconnect through the cycle, and they no longer have the sentence of the dot at the end of the month. 28-day cycle, 13 times a year. No, I'm not giving any answers or answering any questions. I'm asking myself the questions. Cold also is numeric value 34, and it is the reverse of hot red. War, 42. War is number 42. It is W, beta creation, of the angel resident. R, war. It's also a reverse. If you can say war and you can say raw and you flip the W upside down, it now becomes Mar. Z. It becomes Mar. M-A-R. It becomes M-R. Okay, so instead of W, R, it becomes M-R. Now this is 23 and this is 13. And what's funny about this is 2/3 and 1/3. 66, 33, 666, 333. This one is represented by the pigs. Okay, this is beta creation or B creation. B create. B create. Procreate. Procreator. So this equation over here has to do with 40 and has to do with 20, equaling to the 60 minutes of the hour, because the clock runs on 666. 60 minutes, 60 seconds to create the hour. 6/6 of 66. The halfway in the clock is 30. The halfway mark is 50. They're both the same thing. The same thing with 15 Mars and 25 Earth. Yo, inside oysters.
S and T equaling to 39. We have angel. We have angel inside ERS, electronic resident spirit. In Earth and Mars, we have the angels, electronic resident spirit. We also have it marking in tears. Then we have to do it in ears. So now in tears and in ears are mentioning the eyes, are mentioning to see, are mentioning to see. Are they talking about the sea going out to the ocean, or the sea is in the visual? So there's all kinds of things that keep connecting, but I'm tired. If you have something to ask me, if there's something we can go over, if there's something we can look at. And somebody asked me, why do you always look at the negative? I don't look at the negative. Do I? Of course I do. Is it negative or the difference? What is not? I look at everything what is not. If you say up, I'm going to say down. And now I can look in between. If you say left, I'm going to say right. And I'm going to look at everything in between. If you say no, I'll say yes. If you say stop, I'll say go. If you say stripes, I'm going to say solid. Or I might just say Star-Spangled Banner. You ever see what's the end of some of the banners? It's got a cut inside of it. That is for the peace and the split of 5. 2 sides to everything. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Thank you for watching. Man on first. Here comes the pitch. It's low and outside, and the second man walks. 2 men on base. 8 pitches have come. 2 batters to the plate. Here comes Pete Rose to the plate. Oh, he's hit by a pitch. Bases are now loaded. Juan Gonzalez comes to the plate. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch inside. He takes a swing. Oh, he knocks it. It's up. It's up, up, and away. It's a home run for Juan Gonzalez. Oh, and the Histo Man Whoa has taken the lead. Thank you for watching this video. Doesn't say stop or end. Now do it. Okay, end stream.